Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Ready to get to work. The watch list has been sent out, so you should have it in your inbox. If you're new and are not signed up for the watch list, it's completely free, and you can ask anyone in chat. We don't spam BS. So there you go. Free watch list sign up right there. Yep, we got a Fed member speaking. Yes. Not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce the name of the Fed member. And in about 19 minutes, we have manufacturing PMI as well. All right, guys. Good morning. The Beast, Jan, Kevin, Francisco. What? It's Wednesday? You guys remember the other day I told you I always forget what day it is. There you go. Real life example. Thought it was Tuesday. Oh man, I kind of erased yesterday's small red day. You see how that works? You could just be like, forget about it, who cares? Now I do have a plan in place for myself here. Leonidas, good morning. My plan is really simple. What's up, Wall Street Shark? Today I'm coming into the day like any other day that we've had this week. Today a little bit more probably inclined to take a trade. Things are just looking a little bit cleaner possibly. But if I go red today, okay, and I finish the day off red tomorrow, wait, let me rephrase this. If I finish the day off red because the day ends up being choppy, then tomorrow I'm coming in with a 50% reduction in risk. All right, just to let you know. So that's my plan there. That's a little risk management tactic. All right, so let's get into this watch list here. Watching SPY, ONCS, Tesla, KSS, and of course trading futures. So on the SPY, very simple here. Boom. Let's turn this into quick little 15-minute chart. There's like your little 393 area. You could see here previous level of support. If we get down there today, I'd expect a little bounce off that zone. Okay, and then you have obviously your 400 mark level of previous resistance. Turned temporarily support here. Then we traded in and out of it rather loosely, but now we're well underneath it. So I'd expect any bounce backs into that zone to possibly hold resistance. All right. So I'm thinking that the SPY stays in this channel today. If it does break down underneath 393, I think, it could probably find some strong support down here around 387 and change. You could see clear as day, previous support zone, previous resistance zone. Okay, so those are the two levels I'll be watching on the SPY today. Now let's hop on over to ONCS, leading small cap gapper here this morning. I'm simply watching to see if this gap fill area of $2 can hold support on pullbacks. If it can, you can watch for bounces that could take it into this little pivot here about 250, 260. And then you pretty much could get up here towards $3 rather easily if the volume is there. So those would be the two levels I'd watch on ONCS. Then Tesla watching for the 210. You can see right here we're in the face of that level. 210 resistance for drops into 200. And then KSS came out with earnings today. Big gap down here. It's above $26. When I was writing up this watch list, oh, the bell rang. When I was writing up this watch list, we were under that level, if I'm not mistaken. So I was watching for that level to become resistance. Now we're above it. If it holds support, you could see a little bit of a choppier possible recovery bounce. But if you break underneath that, then I'd watch for this level. Hey, you can't really see that. Oh, there we go. Charts got all messed up. I'd watch for that level to possibly hold some sort of resistance, okay? So keep an eye on that as well. All right, guys. Baba just shot straight up. Wow. That's a big gap up this morning on BABA. But then when you look at this daily, I got that 100-day moving average there. I would not expect it to break up and over that. All right, guys. Any questions? Throw them up in chat. The morning opened here, and it's like not much. I don't really see anything going wild. All right, so do with that what you will. Oh, man. And a good stretch. All right, let's throw this back into a 3-minute chart. All right. If the ES can get itself up and over 39.67, you could see a little reversal there take place. It's really early, only 2 minutes into the day. The SPY trying to find some mid-gap support here on this gap down. We'll see if it can. 395 is a little bit of a minor support zone. So major support's at 393 and change. Well, we had a quick little false break there. Meanwhile, the SPY just chopping around here sideways. All right, not much, guys. Just 4 minutes into the day. SPY's just trading sideways here off of this gap down. ES trying to find 39.60 support. It's tested it, that general area, a couple times now. Let me get rid of this line. It's tested a couple times. If anything, you have a bit of a downtrend line there. A little bit of an uptrend line here, giving you a little bit of a bear flag formation. I'm not a believer in it just yet, but keep it on watch. That 39.60 area is a bit of a minor support zone on that ES. Yeah, King. It sure did. It found some resistance yesterday right here on this like triple top type of effect. 1, 2, 3. 3 tests of that price level there, and it just rolled over. I mean, we got more downside here to these low 390s, and that's what I'm thinking gets tested this morning. I mean, preferably, I would like to see it tested this morning. Yesterday's close is right here. Could give us a little pop back up there, kind of fake out the bulls before it rolls. That'd be welcome too. I'd look for that. We also have this gap down here with a bit of a bear flag formation. So there's also that. They're testing the bottom end of this bear flag. Oh, look at that wick right into that 3960 area again. Yeah, that looks like it's going to work out off of 3960. You have room to 3972 or so. Let's see. I'm going to give it a little shot with a quick long here. Just looking for that scalp trade. Sitting at 39.69 for my first take profit. Just a quick little scalp. Gotten up in front of that level now a couple times. Haven't been able to grab that. A lot of selling pressure right in front of that level. Come on. It's refusing. Wow. Thought we got a quick little pop, you know, a little reversal. Might have to close it out for a small L there. All right. I'll close it off. A small little L. Just on a couple contracts. Almost like a point and change. Not going to be stubborn with anything, that's for sure. We broke out and up out of that little bear flag, so I expected some sort of quick little pop. We tapped. What's the high of this candle? We tapped 39.69. I was sitting at 39.69. Damn, I didn't get a fill. That's kind of messed up. Now it looks like it's gonna go. So I'm gonna sit back here, just let this thing do its thing. One tiny little L. I mean, I'm talking about tiny. That's 180 bucks. Mortgage demand for home buyers drops to a 28-year low. That's pretty significant. 3 minutes to the manufacturing PMI, forecasted at 47.8. Previous was 46.9. Let's see what that comes in at. All right, guys, so the SPY just chopping around, doesn't know which way it wants to go. Tesla with a little bear flag here underneath the VWAP. Definitely would have watched that one for shorts. Baba just chopping around. ONCS, nice push here on this one. Remember we talked about $2 support zone, remember? Let's look at the line we drew in pre-market. That's the line we drew in pre-market. Look at that. And that's the second line we drew in pre-market. So we've gone from support to the first resistance. Next resistance, if it can get through those 260s, 270s, is going to be right in front of $3. ONCS has a lot of potential if it can get enough buying volume today. Wow, look at that move on Kohl's, guys. KSS. Remember that line from pre-market? We said watch for a relief bounce in front of that since we're up and over it. Look at that move. That's a nice move on Kohl's. That's a really nice move. Whoops. SPY just chopping around here still. Not knowing which way it wants to go. Numbers should be coming out here on this manufacturing PMI. I don't see them. That's weird. Market definitely responding to something. Oh, here they are. 47.3, forecasted 47.8. So, yeah, could see a little knee-jerk reaction to the upside, which we just did. I think it could go a little bit further, but I'm going to take my hands off the wheel here for a minute, see what this market wants to do. 15 minutes, we get crude oil. Then we get ISM manufacturing PMI and ISM manufacturing prices and manufacturing employment. So more numbers at 10. Yes. Ingalls. Yep, what's up? There you go. I would have gotten my fill there on that long I had earlier on the first take profit. Next take profit was in front of 72 because I expected 72 to be a little bit of resistance. There you go. You're in 70-50 land now. God, man, I'm so not happy right now. 71s, there's where I was sitting at. On my ask, I was sitting at 71.25. We just reached that level. We reached 71.25. So would have worked. I don't think my stop was incorrect. I just think I got chopped. That's a big candle there on the SPY. Little increase in volume as well. I mean, did you see more than 100,000 shares get filled on that same candle? Did you see more than 100,000? I mean, that's kind of hard to math unless you're going back into it little by little, of course. Friggin' A, man. There it goes. God. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Glad you like the channel. Okay, so the plan for that little reversal, I mean, based on what I was looking for, which was that immediate move, I didn't get it. Had to stop out. Should have considered re-entering there when we got back down in front of 62s and held support again. Would have been a really nice move. Again, this is a reversal. Not my style usually. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I can see many things now that I could have done differently on that trade. Maybe been more patient with my entry. Oh, guys, before I forget, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Trade Ideas seminar or webinar. Let me get you the link real quick. It's completely free. You guys know Trade Ideas. Those are the best scanners for stock trading that there is. So I'm going to be speaking at their webinar today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here is the link. Yeah, be small scalps, man. Beast is talking over there on the Discord. What platform do I use? What you're looking at there is Ninja Trader. That's what I use for trading futures. I use Ninja Trader. When I trade stocks, I use the Charles Schwab Street Smarts Edge platform. That's their active trader platform. I chart equities on TC2000, which is, let me see what you guys are seeing on my screen. So this is TC2000. This is Ninja Trader. Okay. My trading screen where you guys see when I'm in a trade is this one. That is Ninja Trader. TC2000. And then I use TC2000 scanners and Trade Idea scanners. That's for scanning just the stock market, looking at equities. Okay. Oh, guys, the prop firm has a discount going on. It's like a 3-day thing. I think it ends on the 4th or the 3rd or something like that. They emailed this morning. Give me one second. I completely forgot about that. I forgot about it because it was so quick. It's so short. Where is it? I saw it somewhere. I think it was on Facebook. Let me go take a look and confirm so that if that is the case, I can share it with you guys. Yeah, they have 80% off. Ends on March 3rd. So from today to March 3rd, you have 80% off. Let me get you that. Here you go. So that's right here, okay? You can pick from any of these accounts here, and you can get 80% off. It's 80% off for life. So if it takes you 1 month or 1 year to get funded, you'll have 80% off every month on that account. So let's say you go with something like the $50,000 account, right? You normally would pay $180 a month for that. But with the discount they have going on right now, it's just 36 bucks, man. You waste more money on frivolous crap that doesn't really do anything for you, right? I know I do. And at least with that, you can get yourself into their evaluation account, and you could practice in a safe environment and learn how to trade. And then if you pass, which to pass, you need $3,000 in profit, and not to blow up the $2,500 trailing drawdown, then bam, you know, you get yourself a funded account. And you get paid to trade. Oh, guys, we pulled back really quickly there, tested yesterday's close on the SPY. Now we're bouncing off of it. I'm just a little upset with myself, to be honest, because I saw that bear flag here and I said, you know, if we start to break up and out of it, you could see a little squeeze happen. And I thought, you know, once we did right here, and that's, you know, I guess that's my bad, but I really thought, you know, because of the nature of the beast, which was looking for that quick squeeze, we would have gotten something like that I just drew out right there, like bang, bang, done. I didn't think, honestly, that we'd do this candle here, this little chop candle, and then put in that huge candle. That candle there is what I was looking for right here when I entered my long on the ES. So just a little disappointed in that trading this morning. Now we're in front of resistance on the ES, right off of that 60-minute chart that we had drawn earlier. See this resistance right here at 39.75 zone. That's previous support here and here and back here. Okay, so we're finding some resistance there. There's no way in the world I could just start jumping in short here, but I'll just keep it on watch, man. I'm really not sure what direction to go with this right now. Volume is not that strong either. Tesla continued lower off of that little bear flag formation that we identified earlier. Now we're bouncing back up into that 9 EMA. ONCS just fading on back down. If it can hold these 225s right here, this 9 EMA, let's see if there's any fib levels in play here. You got the 23.6 Fibonacci lining up with this initial high and the 9 EMA. This general vicinity here, I'd watch that level to see if it can hold support on ONCS, to see if it can hold it. I would not jump in front of it with any sort of confidence that it will hold. Just watch to see if it can hold it. KSS finally pulling back. I'd watch for pullbacks into possibly 28, see if they hold support. Yesterday's close zone on it. Qs in the SPY slowing down some. SPY testing now yesterday's close area. Can it hold support there? Or is this little relief bounce that I was looking for early over? Look at yesterday morning. Look at this, watch. This was yesterday's action in the morning, right? Just one big old chop fest. Just one big old chop fest. Chop, chop, chop. Then during lunch, we had an extension to the upside, and then it rolled over coming out of lunch. Now, so far this morning, we're having chop, chop, chop again. It's 2 days so far with morning chop and then afternoon follow through. Well, the afternoon follow through part is just yesterday. It's not today. We don't know that yet because it's 9:59 a.m. So now we got the SPY coming all the way back down to VWAP. Let me show you guys. What the hell? Damn, that's some intense volatility. Oh, numbers just came out. That's right, numbers just came out here. 10 a.m. That was crazy. All right, let's see what this market wants to do. Right now, we're in the middle of this little trading channel here on this 60-minute chart. And we have major possible support around 39.50 on the ES daily chart as well. My God, man, look at that wick on the SPY. And look at this wick on the ES. Are you kidding me? Wow. ISM manufacturing prices were expected at 45.1, came in at 51.3. PMI was expected 48, came in at 47.7. That's pretty much in line with expectations. Manufacturing PMI, that's the one we saw at 9:45 a.m. That one was more or less in line. Not that dramatic of a drop. That is one crazy 3-minute candle right now. It doesn't know which way it wants to go. One thing's for certain, it could not get through 39.75. That 39.75 really held it down. $39.75 really holding this market down right now. If we're gonna be weak, we're gonna crack those 60s and work our way down to the 50s. Just like if we're going to be strong, we're going to get over 75 and push probably to the 90s. Right now, we're in the middle. We're literally in the middle. It doesn't know which way it wants to go. Which definitely makes it for a frustrating way to try to capture a trade here. Just chopping around, guys. Let's go check in real quick on ONCS. ONCS couldn't hold that support. Now watch for a possible double bottom. See if it can give that. Otherwise, if this breaks the low, I think it's a fader. SPY just chopping around. I remember this kind of action just yesterday. Very similar. Let's scroll back to yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, look at that. The drop, huge pop. Well, right? Little pullback to VWAP, another pop, new high, then a big bearish candle showing VWAP resistance, VWAP resistance, VWAP resistance. That's the one that got me yesterday. I got short, then popped right back up over, right back under, like nothing, like it ain't no thing. Just chop, chop, chop. See? Right now, it almost feels like the same type of action. The gap down, a little U-shape, bang, pop, new high, pull back to VWAP, only this time we failed it, and now we're back under VWAP, and we're testing the low of day area. Guys, remember, if you have any questions or you want me to look up a chart for you or anything, just throw it up in chat. I'm not in a trade right now. I'm just watching. And today's a day where if I get another trade, it probably won't be for a little while here. There we go, new lows. Yep. I think that's pretty much what we wrote. Yeah, that's pretty much on the watch list what we said as well. Yep. So I'm gonna watch this ES, see if it gets down there. 39.50. That could be a bounce area for a little bit of a reversal on it. I might try to trade that reversal. I'd rather get a bounce into resistance and get short for further downside, but I don't know if we're going to get that. We got into that 56 zone, 55. That was this previous little potential support zone right here. I think it's a minor support. Let me see. What screen you guys see? No, you're not seeing the ES. So right here, bang, bang. Let's see if that's going to be a little bit of a minor support zone for a bounce back. Maybe we can bear flag here underneath 39.60 and then get a drop into 45. Jeffrey, I don't see anything popping up when I type DXY. I don't see any ticker with that symbol. So we're trying to get a little bounce off this minor level. Wow. Not going to give us a little setup here at least? A little short setup? Nope. It's just going to go. Well, let's see if it can bear flag. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. There it goes, all the way back down here to the low. It's probably going to crack it. Not going to give us that bear flag formation I was looking for. There it goes. My favorite setup there, at least lately. All right. All right, guys. I mean, straight down move. Gonna wait, see if I can get some sort of bounce back into resistance. I can get short. If we don't get it, then it'll just go. I'm not gonna FOMO into a short. I'm not gonna FOMO into a short and then make a small little red day into an actual red day. So I'm gonna wait. 10:11 a.m. Look at that, straight down. Not a single bounce back. ONCS, watch for that double bottom. Tesla, that short worked out beautifully. Hope somebody caught it. KSS obviously wasn't going to hold yesterday's close after the SPY just threw up all over itself. So, gonna sit here and watch and wait. Basically watching the 3960 area, see if that can hold resistance. On a weak volume bounce back. It would be the first bounce back attempt. You know, will it give a short? Well, it should. It should, and then we should see the SPY drop into 393 before our next actual decent bounce. And we're only in the mid 394s. All right, guys, so far, look, I'll show you my chart here. Whoops. Wrong scene. There you go. Nothing. I'm not in anything, just watching and waiting to see if we get back up here and test that 60 zone. All right, guys, while we wait to see if something happens here, don't hesitate to throw up any questions in chat that you might have. Because I'm going to wait. I'm going to see. If I get my setup, I get it, and I'll take it. If I don't get my setup, then I can't do anything but sit and watch, man, and it sucks. And I remember that was my issue as a new trader. I would FOMO into stuff. And then you know what happens when you FOMO. So I don't do that anymore. I sit here and wait. But it is tough. It's tough to see the stuff go into the direction that you're looking for without you. But all you can do is stay disciplined to your patterns and your setups that you trade. If I was sitting here by myself without talking to you guys, I'd feel the same way, but it would be easier in the sense of there's not that pressure of somebody new coming around the stream and being like, oh, but look, it's going. This guy, why doesn't he just jump in? He doesn't know what he's doing. Because you hate to see it happen. You know, you hate to say, these are the levels I'm looking at, and then one of them gets hit and it goes without you. But it's a part of trading. And the problem is with newer traders, they think that you have to just go into it and jump on it. But no, if it doesn't give you the setup that you trade, then what are you doing? You're just buying in or shorting, right? And then hoping that it continues in that direction. That's not a strategy. Hope isn't a strategy when it comes to trading. So I'm going to sit here, watch and wait. See if we can get that bounce back. If we get it, great. I'll be all over it. If we don't get it, it ain't no thing. You know, maybe we get the bounce back into 60. Okay, maybe we get the bounce back into 60 and we don't reject. We keep going. That would be the best thing in the sense of the follow-up. Or we bounce into it, we reject slightly, I get short, and then it stops me out, right? That can happen too, and then second red trade of the day, right? So if it's going to do that, I'd rather it just get into 60 and not even reject. Just keep going and work its way back up to the 70s. And then I'm just going to sit here and be like, yep, that's the chop I was talking about. A telltale sign as well would be the volume. If we start to see volume increase strong on the bounce back attempt, that would make it that much more difficult to believe that the resistance zone is going to hold cleanly and I can get short. Why? Because it's showing more buyers stepping in there. Volume did increase on that bounce back. Let's see if it stays steady increasing. If it does, makes it even worse. Stills, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a good one too. And we're slowly getting that little bounce back. That could maybe give the SPY some 9 AMA resistance. See if we have any fib levels there. We got the 38.2 Fibonacci lining up with that level, give or take. You know, we'll see. Got higher lows being put in place consistently there. The volume is starting to dry up a tad. We're only in the 56, 57 zone. I want to see 60s get tested on the ES. Man, I had a rough night's sleep. I don't know. I'm one of those guys that sleeps with the arm all fully extended underneath the pillow like that. And it's just destroying my shoulder. So I'm purposely trying to sleep in different positions. And it's now working out to good night sleeps. We briefly tapped 59s. And we're right back to 56s. So that's a good sign, but damn it, I don't want it to just be an insta reject without even getting into 60. That's gonna suck. If that's the case. Gonna be super pissed. No, bro, don't do that to me. You guys are gonna watch me rage on here. All the way down to 53s now. I thought we'd get more than a second of a test at that price level. We were literally at 59 for like a second or two. The high is 59.25. I really wanted to see 60s get tapped. We pulled all the way back into the 53s. Pretty choppy. We're right back up into that 59, I'm sorry, that 60 zone. Let's see what happens here. So far it's proving to be resistance. Gonna take a little starter here. Just a starter. If we get over 60, I'll stop out of it. Gonna take an ad there. Let's see what happens. It looked like we were going to roll. The volume has slowed down. This is that resistance zone I was talking about. I got short there in front of it. I added when we started to show some weakness. I'm still in smallish size. I'm not in regular size, that's for sure. If I take another L here, then I'll probably cut it on the morning for myself. I'll give it up to the chop, and then tomorrow I'll come in with a 50% reduction in risk. Until I start to get my clean setups. My first cover set in front of that low. In case we find support down there again and turn around. So it is what it is. The trade plan's put in place. Hands are off. We'll see how it works. Yeah, it does look like it wants to curl and roll over. Let's see if it wants to give it up. I mean, all we could do, guys, this is why you manage risk, right? Is put yourself in your trade setups and your patterns and your chart patterns. You put yourself in those positions and you just let them work themselves out. That's all you can do. And this is why you have to be respectful of stop zones. We have possible major support at 47 based off of the hourly chart. So I'm going to put my flat. I'm going to get flat in that 47 zone if we even get down there. If we even get down there. Sitting at 51.25, a lot of support showing up at 52s and 53 area. A lot. Like, you should see my face a lot. Like, I'm looking at my dom like this. Like, no way, bro. Ain't no way. But there was a lot of contrast that showed up there. I think everything tells me in my experience that we go lower. But it's an odds game. I'm gonna take one off here, guys. That puts me back at break even on the day. I don't like all that support we saw there. I'm gonna hold on to the other one down there. So I'm back to break even on the day at least. Not too happy with that take I just did, but... Oh, dude. Some McDonald's French fries. Those are tasty. I'll stop out of this one, you know, around that break-even-ish area, just over it or something. I freaking hate doing that, but at least I'm back to break-even on the day. Nah, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with my performance today. I let myself be my own worst critic. I'll set my stop there. Looks like it'll get hit. There it is. I'm just concerned with this chop in front of that 50 zone. I saw so much support come in there. I think it breaks, but maybe not just yet. Let me get rid of this buy order down here. So back to break even on the day. Wah, 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 wah. What can you do? It's like nothing happened, so at least I'm back to zero, you know, ground zero on the day. Doesn't want to work. It looked like a sweet short, but it just doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to roll a lot of 50 support zone. Now that support has stepped up into 57s, guys. That support has stepped up into 57s. Wow. Loads of orders on the buy there on the DOM at 57. That's what I saw at 52. I kept seeing 100, 140, 150 lots. That stepped up since, not at 58. Oh, there you go, man. This thing's gone. Maybe the better trade here was just getting long in front of 50. I'm not a reversal trader. I like to trade with the trend. So it's really difficult. It's really difficult for me to put in my mindset here to get long at 52, at 54. It's so difficult in my mind to make me press the buy button there. It's a big support zone on the daily chart. Look, let's switch this to a daily chart real quick. Let's get rid of all these old lines. There's your 50. Tap. Look at all his support. Tap, 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 tap. Tap. Previous resistance. Previous support. It's a big, important level. So it makes total sense to get long in front of that level, especially right in here. with a stop just underneath that level. It makes total sense if you base it off of that daily chart. And not necessarily looking for like a run up to 75 or 76 or anything like that, but exactly this that you got, you know, for at least the first take profit and then hold on to some, see if you actually can get up in here. But for me, I'm a trend trader. I like to trade with the trend. I like to trade patterns and setups. For me, it's incredibly difficult to go long here. I've done it here with you guys. Like, I've literally done it. I did it in January. We pulled out a couple good trades. In December, I did a really nice one. That's back when I got funded on the account. But it's incredibly difficult for me mentally to go with reversals. Why? I've explained this before. Reversal patterns, right? Reversal setups are not high likelihood setups, meaning they don't work out more often than not. They actually fail more often than not because the trend is your friend. So they often fail. So that's why I try, whenever I trade, when I try to do them on exaggerated downside moves or upside moves, which I don't think we have an exaggerated move here, but we did get down into a major level. So it should have worked out, and it is working out. I just, in my mind, I couldn't compute it. It's simple as that. You cannot be an expert in every single trading strategy. There's no such thing, right? You can't. And this is not mine. This is not one of mine. So when I do trade them, I trade them smaller size, and I try to take a quick scalp and then leave maybe one runner for exactly this kind of move that you're getting right now. 10:38 a.m. I'm pretty pissed on the day, to be honest. I've done nothing. One of the worst things to do for me is I feel like I wasted time in this morning. Sitting here with basically just commissions. Sitting here like I did nothing on the day, to be honest. Let's see, what does this accuracy show? Whack. 25% accuracy today. All right, so we're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at this from a different point of view. We're gonna look at this from, I could have been chopped up into oblivion. I'm not, because we talked about the chop early on. I could have been stubborn with stops. I wasn't, because I learned my lesson when I was a new trader on that nonsense really quickly. And I could be on a full-size red day. I could be, and I'm not. I'm at basically flat break-even-ish type of day. I'm literally red 50 bucks. That's break even. That's nothing. That's the cost of doing business, if you will. So, yeah. If you're red on the day and it's within your risk tolerance, then pat yourself on the back. If you're green on the day and you traded a trade plan that worked out for you, pat yourself on the back. If you FOMO'd, broke rules, anything like that, then I would invite you to restudy those trades again and go from there. I've been studying the trade here as I'm watching it. And look, let's go over to my trading chart real quick. This is a very simple trade. Previously, support, bounce, broke underneath, resistance, right? Little sell-off. We bounce into it, resistance again. I get short. We start to roll. Thankfully, I covered one piece of profit. And then bam. Just straight up move since then. Straight up move. And if we go now to the SPYs chart, right? I want you to look at this. We're going to get rid of these fib levels real quick because they're not playing a role right now. Low, highs, new lows, right back to yesterday's close price level, right? Let's scroll back into yesterday morning. And let's evaluate yesterday morning's action. New low, new high, right back to the lows, right back to the highs. Same damn action we're getting this morning, with the exception of we had a nice little drop there, nice little sell-off. Right? New low, new high, new low, right back in front of that highish level. Chop. Major chop. I'm gonna get my hands off the wheel here, and I'm probably not gonna take another trade this morning. I will I don't know, maybe I'll be able to catch something in the afternoon. In the afternoon, I gotta start getting ready for that 4 p.m. Webinar with trade ideas. So yeah, I probably won't. I probably will be done on the day. Last thing I want to do is get myself into an actual red day at the end of today, prior to going into the webinar. Nah, I need to go into that webinar with a clean mind. At this point here, look, honestly, you can watch this level, these mid 395s on the SPY for support, and maybe they give you a move higher. Maybe. But yeah, it's looking like that's it for me today as far as trading goes. I'll hang out here a little while longer, but definitely looks like that's it. Wild reversal, nice trade management. Seeing the curl slow down and take a piece out. Enjoy the stream. Enjoyed the stream. Thanks, Stells. Glad you like the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate the compliment. All we can do is manage risk. For the most part, I consider myself a good risk manager. If anything, I probably consider myself more risk manager than a trader. But yeah, that's all we can do, man. That's all we can do. Live to fight another day, you know? Guys, you got to remember too, last week, that was a hell of a streak. A hell of a win streak with huge winners. It is so easy right now for today for me to come in here and be like, oh, but I got a cushion. Well, you don't got a cushion, man. You have nothing. All right? Last week's money is last week's money. You know what I'm saying? We have to put ourselves in that mindset. Because if you start saying, oh, but I have a cushion. No, that's exactly how you give back more profit than you ever should. Don't do that whole I have a cushion thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. If you have a great week, don't be like, oh, I have a cushion on the month. I have a cushion. I can take extra risk. No, don't do that. Keep the risk the same. Keep the risk the same. Now, you could say something like, I have a cushion, if you're going to keep the risk the same, if you're going to keep the rules the same. Don't say I have a cushion and then take upon yourself to put on more risk than you're used to, than is your normal risk, right? Than you're trained up to be in. So SPY finding a little resistance in front of yesterday's close. I'm honestly neutral right now. I don't believe in long or short. I believe in chop right now. So I'm not going to trade again, guys. I'm not going to trade again. So if you guys have any questions, perfect time to bring them up because I ain't buying or selling anything. ONCS. You could definitely watch, guys. If you turn this into a bit of a 15-minute chart here, it'll probably look a little bit better. You have found some support right in there. However, let me draw it out. You have yourself a little bit of a bull flag here, right? Support, 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 right? But if we don't get up and out of that level soon, remember yesterday? Similar setup. If we don't bounce off this level soon, what's going to happen? That support's going to weaken and you're going to get that. That support's going to weaken, you're going to get that. We're right back to the trampoline that's out there in the backyard, getting hit by the elements every single day, every single week and month for time and time again until the kid goes out there and says, like, you know what, I'm going to do trampoline today, but that material's deteriorated. They go to jump off of it and that support is gone. They fall right through it. That's what happens to these stocks when they just sit at support. You don't want this sitting there. You want this thing to start to bounce off of that level and start trading a higher price action here, meaning that bid goes up. And you don't only want to see that, you want to start to see that volume start to come back into this play. You want to see that volume start to grow. And if you get a breakout, you want to see that volume to give you confidence that you're going to have potential continuation. You want to see that volume do that. Okay. That's the type of stuff I'm going to go over in today's webinar with trade ideas. So if you guys are not signed up for the trade ideas webinar, it's completely free. I'll get you the link again. It's pinned here, but I'll post it up in chat again real quick. It's today at 4 p.m. There you go. Also, if you are new to the stream and you want to get the watch list sent to your inbox, no spam nonsense, there's the watch list sign up. All right, guys. So I'm going to start getting ready to get out of here. Any last minute questions, throw them up in chat. Otherwise, I will start working on putting together tomorrow's link for tomorrow's stream, okay? And then I'll post it in chat there. You can hit the notify button and remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That way tomorrow when I'm live, you'll get the alert. All right, so tomorrow, 9:15 a.m., March 2nd. Let me get you guys the link. Here you go. So that's ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, good luck out there. Remember, today at 4 p.m., I will be on the Trade Ideas channel with them for their webinar on how to trade the most popular patterns properly. Because a lot of people will show you, hey, this is how you trade a bull flag, but they won't teach you the secret sauce to it. They kind of keep it to themselves. Or what I think is most likely what's happening out there is that these people out there, they just don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. So that's what we're going to be going over in today's webinar with Trade Ideas. All right, guys? Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you all at 4 p.m. in the Trade Ideas webinar, or I'll see you tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. for the live stream. Peace.